a world where 3/4 of businesses have officially adopted AI in some capacity into their workflows. That's right, generative AI and AI analytics is making a difference all over the country. All over the globe, really. We also live in a world where a lot of folks just don't know that this is happening, and both of those things are true. That's just the reality we live in 2024, and this week I really wanted to unpack the McKinsey Global Publishing survey, which is all about the state of AI in the first half of 2024. The data that they ended up gathering really does give us a lot of insights, from the general adoption to risk management to the ethics, the security, all of it. So strap in because we have a lot to talk about. You see, whether we admit it or not, everybody is utilizing AI. And before we get too far into the video, I do want to know, do you think AI is a fad or do you think it's here to stay? Let me know in the comments. And now, let's get into some statistics. AI adoption in general is just up from 50% last year to 72% at this time in 2024. That's a pretty big leap. That does signify a pretty big moment for AI, to say the least. Also, it's interesting, and it needs to be pointed out, that the global interest for AI is also at an all-time high. This is true across industries as well. It's quite literally changing the way some businesses process and manage things. So with these two ideas in your mind, right, the global interest is at an all-time high for AI, and AI's adoption rates are also at an all-time high. Adoption rates, like it's some child. I mean, it could be in the future, I guess. But with those two things in your mind, you can see how things can be speeding up and growing quite quickly. But is the adoption of AI going to be that of cellular devices, which happened pretty quickly and did take over the globe? Or will it be a lot more like a self-driving car? You know, that's kind of a slug's pace to get moving for obvious safety and regulation reasons. I think that's for us to decide as consumers in society. I digress. Let's get specific though. Generative AI has become the new norm, and I don't think you can deny it, especially if you're watching this video. In fact, 65% of organizations claim they use generative AI at some point in their process or management. That's a pretty staggering statistic, right? 65% of organizations or companies are leveraging generative AI in some capacity, whether it's an LLM, magic editing, text tools, visual graphics, or from social media to marketing. Whatever your application is, there are so many use cases for generative AI in business and personal, but we'll get there too. Chill. It's 65% this year, but at the same time last year, it was only 1/3 of businesses, because generative AI in various capacities is sort of becoming the cornerstone of modern enterprise operations for many people. Why? Right? Why are so many businesses and consumers adopting generative AI? Well, I want to just step away from the consumer and focus on businesses, because I think their whys are slightly different. No, I know their whys are going to be slightly different. You see, for businesses, it's all about value generation. It's all about the business bottom line, and it's what value can be generated from leveraging AI. For businesses, they're going to be looking at the material benefits. Think of it like any cost reductions or any profit revenue increases that they see and can contribute to AI. That is going to be those material benefits, the value generated. And I'm keeping the terms general so you can kind of envision seeing how AI could be applied to any industry. So do bear with me and use your creativity a little bit. Businesses constantly seek to reduce costs. They can output the same at reduced costs. That's a winner. Similarly, for, consumers and workers alike, if they can find ways to reduce their labor and output the same quality, in this economy, everybody is seeking to maximize their outputs and minimize their labor and costs for that labor. And likewise, AI in this economy is used to do just that. AI is used to increase speeds of operations, right? Ideally, while boosting profitability. How much can you output? But when businesses do that same practice to reduce their costs, jobs go away. Opportunities become fewer. So yeah, we see a lot of investing in tech, whether it's coming from the consumer space or the business space or both. But those that invest in building the AI and those that want to build the infrastructure to host the AI models, they will actually be the ones to benefit from this adoption, this widespread integration of AI the most. So, just to recap the video so far, right? We have a mass adoption from both consumers and businesses to integrate AI into their models somehow, their business models somehow. Businesses want to cut costs, boost revenue, and workers and consumers alike want to reduce their labor and maximize their outputs. But there might be just a little bit more to it all. Actually, there's a lot more to it all. Despite its seeming benefits to the workers, right, the businesses, the investors, the builders of AI, it comes with risk. And managing that risk is going to be everything because accuracy and security is still proving to be a pretty huge issue. Now, cybersecurity, inaccuracies, copyright infringement, just to name a few things, that all are risks associated with the mass adoption of AI. If you've used generative AI more than just a few times, you know that hallucinations still run rampant. And while the builders of these various models are working tirelessly to make these hallucinations fewer and far in between, they do exist. And nobody can fix it overnight. It's going to take fine-tuning the crap out of a lot of these models to rid it of its hallucinations. But, those that are responsible for using these AI models in the meantime will be held accountable. Consumers, workers, and yes, even the businesses that are investing into these AI models must bear the consequences. And in the most recent survey, 44% of respondents noted a negative consequence associated with using generative AI. And again, almost always, the issues with AI is going to be accuracy in subcapacity. 44% of respondents is quite notable. Human input is going to be valuable. The 44% statistic is just a glaring reminder that in 2024, AI is not perfect. And it certainly is not some silver bullet for data analysts, content creators, educators, or any other use case that you can think of. As much as we want it to be that silver bullet, it just simply is not that. Which does suck because, again, back to the top, there is a growing number of people leveraging AI to lighten their loads. Some of them are using it to outright just produce the worst content, the worst sets of insights. And again, the rate of users that are using AI to do this are growing. So let's take a look at how people are using AI in their daily lives. AI tools are just growing, whether it be personal or professional. And if you're watching this video, you probably noticed your own use of AI has increased these last few years, personally and professionally. 70% of Gen Z reports using AI in their personal lives. And 52% of them trust the technology to make informed decisions for them. Which again, can be kind of alarming considering 44% of people who use AI experience consequences like hallucinations and inaccuracies. Listen, it's just good to know these numbers and understand where we stand with AI in 2024. Because the highest usage of AI for personal and professional use doesn't even take place here in the States. It actually takes place abroad. Highest rate of adoption are in Asia Pacific and the Greater China regions. It's truly a widespread acceptance and adoption of AI. So what's the conclusion? Well, the signs are here, right? The signs are there. The signs are everywhere. AI is quickly becoming big. It's becoming a big part of our lives, a big part of our economy. But at the very least, it's poised to continue to change how we live and how we work. I think we're looking at something pretty big. But as this technology's popularity grows, so do the risks that are associated with it. Learn more about AI ethics in a video that I made just last week over here. Check out my AI ethics video somewhere around here. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts below. And until next time, bye!